This video is brought to you by the lovely sponsors below. Thank you so much for your support.
Let's see. Musaki is running late. So far I've had Nina, Tristan, Ryusuke. I believe next is...
Good day, Doctor.
Professor! Yes, you're up next.
Alrighty, been a while. So, Chloe, do what you gotta do.
Right, of course.
So what is involved exactly? Do I need to take off my shirt or something?
Yes, please.
Sorry I'm late, Chloe. I had so much on my mind. I totally forgot about...
Wrong room? This is a physical. For me.
I noticed.
You would think a time traveler would know a thing or two about when they have an appointment.
Time traveler?
Are you sure you want to bring that up right now? How are you handling everything else?
Better than this physical right now.
Okay, you two. Please settle down. Musaki, you can wait outside. I'll be with you shortly.
Do as the doctor orders, Musaki. You wouldn't want to agitate her performance so much that I would get hurt in any way, would you?
Well, now that I think about it...
Nope, we are not doing this right now.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, save it until after you two are cleared. Out, please!
Fine.
Going to keep him out with a servant? Oh, that reminds me. You contracted Valkyrie recently, didn't you?
3 of them, actually.
Quite impressive. Quite the rare catch. Congratulations, Doctor.
Thank you.
Valkyries, That does remind me of a certain old legend.
A legend? Of what exactly?
Have you ever heard the story of Wilfred and the Valkyrie? I can tell you while you do your checkup if you want.
No, I haven't. My family and I are well versed on the stories of the Valkyries, especially those regarding Air and her sisters, but I can't say I'm familiar with this one.
I see. May I have a feather from one of your Valkyries, Chloe?
Hmm?
I'll need it to help explain.
Sure. Thrud, are you here?
At your service, sister.
I'm sorry to bother you with this, but may we borrow a feather from you?
A feather? Of course.
Thank you. The story begins with young Wilfred, who was 7 at the time. He, his mother, and sister lived a simple life with their father, a soldier who died on the field of battle. Most would consider it to be a great honor in those times, wouldn't you agree?
Yes. The Valkyrie themselves bestow those who die with bravery on the battlefield an ultimate honor, joining Odin's army in Valhalla as an Heliod.
The issue is, however, those who are left behind. Without their father, the family was left impoverished. His sister died not long after due to starvation, and his mother went mad, leaving his home broken, and only one person for whom Will could blame. Years later, Will encountered the Valkyrie, taking one of the dead from a battle he had fought in, leaving behind her feather to show that the warrior had become an Einherjar. However, Will took the feather and swore vengeance once more. This vow brought an interesting guest to visit him, Lady Hel, the goddess of Helheim herself. She offered him the chance and power to slay the Valkyrie. All he needed to do was stain the feather black with the blood of friends and foes alike. Once blackened with sin, then she would reward him with what he sought. To do this, Will managed to stoke the fires of war between 2 neighboring cities, and soaked the feather in the blood of his closest allies and their enemies. Even his childhood friend Ansel was not spared. Once the feather was as black as the night sky, Lady Hel granted him his boon. Well, only in part. The Valkyrie descended to meet with him, and Will was ready to do battle with her. However, he had forgotten that she could carry the Einherjar with her. Heroes whose souls live for battle. Before him stood not only the Valkyrie, but those whom he had betrayed, and even his own father. Unable to strike them down, he was slain by the very friends whom he had originally betrayed. As his soul was about to be erased, however, Lady Hel claimed it as her own. Now he sits, trapped in Helheim, awaiting the end of the world for another chance at his vengeance. For that is all that's left of him.
I can see why I was never told this story. That's horrible.
Such a tale that besmirches our good name. I demand an explanation.
Revenge is an ugly thing. It can drive those as stupid as humans to commit egregious acts, eventually leading to their downfall. A rather slow burn. A single step here, a compromise there. A sacrifice, and then you embrace it without even realizing that you did. Whether the story itself is the truth is irrelevant. Stories are meant to convey a message, and usually a lesson.
A lesson that falls on the wrong ears. Our sister's not the kind of person to seek something as pitiful as revenge.
Perhaps not, but I'm sure there is others that would. Not to mention, revenge is not the only thing that could blind a person. Sometimes blind fealty can do the same.
You dare to...
Thrud, please!
Sister, my apologies, but these ramblings only serve to instigate.
Perhaps they weren't for your ears, Thrud, but stories exist to be told. I have a few others in my database that I can share with you, Chloe, if you'd like to read them. Comparing notes, as it were. If we're done with the checkup, that is.
Tales that are likely tainted by the passing of human tongue. Sister, I beg you, do not fall for such obvious deception.
As intriguing as it is, I still have quite a bit of work on my hands. But I appreciate the offer. Perhaps another time?
My knowledge base, like Mimir's head, is always ready to share wisdom with those who seek it. Well then, if this is the end of my physical, I'll see you again soon, Chloe.
Wait, Professor. Does this have something to do with what happened between you and Musaki?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. What matters is whether or not you take this lesson to heart for when the time comes.
Is this what passes for your sense of humor, Professor? Because it's sick.
I'm sorry for the wait, Musaki. You're up next.
Coming, Chloe.